First of all, insults is part of our language.
Okay.
It has always been part. And for those of us that grew up in, compound houses, the Americans would say the tenement houses.
Right.
Those of us that grew up there, insults, we grew up with it. It got to a point where even when a child is learning to talk, they start with insults.
Right.
Because that's what they hear frequently. Now, we have grew to the point where a certain guy will probably criticize politicians, and he's gathering a lot of following because what? He's insulting them. Have you realized that?
Mm.
And you know who I'm talking about. And since then, I've seen a lot of people on social media having their own platforms, and they are insulting left, right, center. This is how insult has become part of it. And look, let's not be hypocritical to think that, it's not good, it's not cultural. But those who follow these people, who give them that massive view, live view, what are they enjoying? They are enjoying the insults. It has been part of us. And again, look, check our music. Don't you hear the F word and the F word and even Kokumerika now they heard Jibad Musa Mobuka Wanyumu. It is a mere senior, me penny and neati, near ubet me are related to. And I'm the best as in Yako India. I watch a lot of Indian films for certain reasons. Look, Yabeshe India film Asia, they will advertise against smoking. Yet in the film, you see people smoking.
Gaba Singh is busily smoking.
But they advert against smoking and Shazil. And so they be a mission Musini, everybody, especially the blow man, actually be a this smoking. So obey this person, I just swap wapa cigarette ashano. I said we're in this person, and look at 2 minutes. That is yes. But I hardly hear them insult. But for smoking is part of them. Yanko Nigeria, they insult. In fact, Miami Yoruba for our population, Kratch and Ghanaian population, they are about 45 million. Yoruba movie industry was big even before we knew about Nollywood. Insult is an integral part of the language. Why? Because Sahana Yetie, Uya Madiana Mebonjo Swa Medi Watem. Medi Watem we are Mene Wonko. But problem Nini. The Edika will say no, insults no, I say Tina Conquada a was singing Momosu Dia Tembi. Then we said no, it's going too far. So we realize here, Metisa Ejako, Yana no 240 senior and any down at Notasha Obidiaba. Obidiaba, I'm saying it was a who's movie. It's long ago. Akrano here, we don't know where she is. But sure Obidiaba, Akrana near Tamuda. Because he was more like an orphan. But Ejako and Kasani Diatem was in him. I'm not saying this.
But that was what he said. That was why the king advised that he should tone down on the language because children are watching.
That's what I'm pointing out. So on one put the atem was in him, but attending now Odin was in him had a reason. It had a target. It had a purpose. And this will be an annual dinner test. So we share the movies. He insults, but and yet he said near a chain buyer will be a being an artist and an Abuamudi. Opin and no diatem. And ye near Shessinino. Yes, in a man near Yamo Mudiodo because Nana boy, I couldn't know yo. Hey, Beman and no yes say it's a Biania Pessia question and I boa. Because Nanoya. A year for said Beman Anoya. But a Jamu, it wasn't like that. They weren't just insulting anyhow. But a more bet, Kwajon Kansamo, a squad net bet, and almost best say, passa. That is where we decided, no, Yansha and Quadano mum any attempt. But Sabis, what's yes, Kwajon Kansam so ya cocra, Nasabi who didn't offer Seatema, send in a Kenya bonnet. And you offer say a Yamon Sam, and who didn't atema, a dear your fan, the and dada. A dear your mamma, maybe a man you do say, Grandma, goes to the matter. Me mami or home. You go see matem. Even at this age, you. People are 38 years. That's the matter.
To you, you are still to her, you are still a baby. So what do you expect?
The point. Our parents taught us these things. They insult us when we go wrong. Some parents will just flog you, others will just insult you and let it go. What kind of also as and so we grew up with that. And it's not just Ghana, it's everywhere. In every culture, we have this kind of insult. But managing it was the problem, and that's always been the problem. Who is going to manage what somebody is? One of the problems and our issues are managing it was because most of the scripts that we use for the Kumawood acting, we did not have screenplays. So they had to use what they can create themselves. That's what I say. Hardly so
But Ola,
yeah.
Let's look at solution. In this case, what is the best way to curb it down?
Screenplay, scripting. That's the first point.
Okay.
If the scriptwriter doesn't involve too much affronts, if the scriptwriter doesn't involve too much of a slanging match, the actor is not going to use it. But if you use the actor to improvise on their own dialogues, that is when they bring in entity or different on the set.
But Ola,
that's when they bring in what they read.
Well, in the Kumawood movies, it's predominantly spontaneity and all of these where people, you must just improvise. All of these improvisational acts where, I've acted with them on several occasions, and I'm not here to rubbish anything they do. Fantastic directors and workers in that space. But sometimes they just open the script and they tell you, Kwame Dazi is coming to you. So he knocks and he's coming to tell you that.
We call it the plot outline.
That's right. He's coming to tell you that Ola Michael is going to fight the whole of Despite Media, and so do something about it. Action!
That's
it. Yeah. And so Kwame Dazi comes to tell you what Ola is going to do. That's it.
Already. And that is where you bring in what you know already.
Right.
That's where you bring in what you have lived with already. And the director will not stop you because right. So the solution is we should look at how we can rather script. If it has to be in tree, then we have to do it. But unfortunately, the actors cannot even read the tree and they cannot read the English. And then if that is not working, then we have to think about rehearsing our lines over and over, just like Clint Eastwood does. But when you frame, also respond here in that time you frame. It's about the time because it's not why your dialogues you're pruning dialogue, that's a Greek term. You're pruning dialogues to the point that you are not going to say anything anyhow. That is the solution we have. And again, say yes, your classification committee, they can also help to curb these things. Who is need bar for classification? They will look at it and tell, look, there's too much strong language. Go and take some of them out. Else we rate the movie 18 or 16. Which means there are certain places you can't show the movie, and it's for TV, you cannot show it at certain time. It is how this higher producer knows a botiana. Next time, also be finding ways to make sure Becca be insult. These are the two ways I think I know. Andy the Dusty.
Thank you very much, Ola Michael. I'm so grateful, my brother.
Bye.
Right.
Hits FM 103.9.